What is up, everybody? Madcap here, and welcome, finally, back to more Earth Defense Force 4.1. It's been a long time, mainly for a couple of reasons, which I think I stated in the last video. I did release a video of this a week or two ago, but that one was recorded ages ago, and it just happened to fall by the wayside because I had Outlast 2 and Little Nightmares come out, and my schedule was too packed, and I had to drop something, and Earth Defense Force is kind of more of a just play for fun series rather than continuing a story that needs to be kept going all the time. And it already had like 40 some odd parts, so I wanted to give my two newer series a little bit of love and not try to cram like 7 series and you have to wait like a whole week to get another episode of something. So anyways, I did take that opportunity to grind as I promised I would, and you can see I'm now up to 2,829 armor, which is phenomenal. When I left off my last video, I was at 871 armor, so I've gone up about 2,000 armor, which is great. I couldn't be happier than that, because I love just the thought of being able to go in and wreck stuff. I'm still, the golden ants, even on easy, can still just annihilate you almost instantaneously. So I've heard people also say that on Inferno, golden ants can still one-shot you, even if you have like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 health. I don't know. So those things, I'm going to die to those no matter what. But I feel a little bit better about where I'm at now. I did a bunch of Inferno weapon grinding also, and got a whole bunch of new weapons. I still have a couple weapons to go that I want to get before I'll be kind of where I want to be. But this is not going to be a normal episode in the sense of me continuing the levels. What I'm going to do is just kind of get back into this a little bit easier, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the two things that I was grinding. One, the Inferno level I was grinding weapons on, which you can actually already see here, which is Golden Darkness, DLC 1.21. That's the one I was grinding weapons on Inferno. And then I'll show the level that I was grinding armor on, which is Shifting Mountain. So that's what I'm going to show in this episode, just so that in case anybody cares or wants to know, that's how I've been grinding. And I figured it'd be a good little episode, a bite-sized episode, to kind of get back into Earth Defense Force and show what I've been doing. So with that said, let me go back here really quick. And I will be doing this split screen with myself, because you get double armor. I believe it's exactly 2 times the armor. So instead of like, I guess for example, the easiest example would be the Fencer. I think is about 0.5 armor per armor that you pick up. So you have to pick up 2 armors to get 1 actual health point. So I suppose if you're playing with 2 Fencers, or just 2 players in general, each armor you pick up would actually be 1 armor, which would be great. God, man. Playing as a Wing Diver, that would be amazing. But anyways, the Wing Diver's like 1/5, so it helps out a lot. If like when I'm doing the armor grinding, I think I can usually collect about 800 armor containers in the hour and a half that it takes AFK. And that, I think, usually gets me about 300 to 400 actual health points. So it seems to be faster, maybe 200 to 300, I don't know. I didn't actually count, I probably should have. But it's hugely faster than... I tried this so much in the time that I haven't been playing it, and I tried a whole bunch of different levels, a whole bunch of different methods. I never got a good method. I finally saw a video online that was kind of showing a better method, and I tried that and it actually worked, so that's great. I only have the Wing Divers though, so apologies for that. I don't know how well this would work for other characters, but the other characters could get armor. I see a lot of people using the Wing Diver to farm the holes, just because she has the most powerful weapons and the most quick to reload weapons. So people usually farm with her and then have the actual character that they want pick up the weapons, or just get the armor while she's getting it. So, because whoever gets armor, it gets to both players, both classes rather. In this game, if you're playing split screen co-op, whoever picks up the armor, that's what class it goes to. So you can beat the level with the Wing Diver and her powerful weapons, but you have to pick up the armor containers as the other class that you want, if you're trying to level up with different classes than the Wing Diver. So I was writing lists and stuff, and I don't know. I picked up so many Inferno weapons that I don't really... I don't remember what I picked up anymore. So, apologies. So I'm just going to scroll through these really quick, just so you can see if anybody remembers what I had before, and just kind of show off some of the new stuff I'm rocking. Master Rapier's awesome. I love that weapon. Sig Laser, Arc, Reflectron's pretty cool. A couple new lasers, or lasers if you want to call them for fun. A whole bunch of new Thunderbows, Groms. I need the Iden F. That's something I really need to drop. I need that weapon. And there's another Thunderbow, but I got this Thunderbow, so... as you can see, this is a weapon I'm going to be using to grind Inferno. 2 of them, actually. I never used particle cannons, so this is really... I don't remember what I had or didn't have. Because unfortunately, unless you use the weapon, it always says new. I did get some power-ups in the sniper weapon category, though. I'm now on 2 different Thunder Snipers, and the Lursal AC, along with the Sig Sniper, and the Gurgner, which is a crazy weapon in theory. 50,000 times 3 is nuts. And this would be the weapon you probably want to take if you need to one-shot something and you're overpowered in the end, like, say, an Inferno level, and you need to beat a mothership, perhaps, because this will take 7.2 reloads of your energy before you can actually do anything again. So you're stuck on the ground, you can't fly, you can't shoot anything else, unless it has its own battery pack. But yeah, this is basically a Lursal. As you can see, most powerful version of long-range laser cannon improvement over the Lursal AC. So that's good. Very happy to get that. I haven't used it yet because I've just been doing grinding. Oops. Here we go. Got some new plasma launchers. Always nice to see. I don't generally use them, but good to have just in case. Got a bunch of new Seeker weapons, along with the Mirage 15WR, so that's cool. I haven't had a need for that yet. And a couple new special weapons. Some of these were useful when I was playing Earth Defense Force 2025. I haven't found use for them here yet. So there's that. But yeah, we are rocking double Thunderbow. I don't think, don't quote me on this, but you don't really need split screen for farming Inferno weapons, because I don't think you get double the weapon drops. So there's no real point, but if you're going to do it, you might as well get double armor anyways, just because you're here grinding an Inferno level. And I found it extremely useful, especially playing a Wing Diver, because I'm so goddamn weak. When I went into this grinding, I had 871 health. So this was a very big challenge for me, I actually had to grind on hardest to get the Thunderbow 30, which allowed me to go into Inferno and actually grind the level out. And stuff hits real hard. And at the very end, there's Golden Ants. And even with 2800 health, I am going to be extremely cautious, because that end part is maddeningly difficult, and it's just good to have a second player in case you die, because it takes a long time to get through this. So it's already been about 10 minutes of me explaining. Let's just get into this and start this up and see what we can do here. So we'll start with the Inferno weapon grinding, and hope to God I don't die. So yeah, it just looks a little weird playing like this on half a screen, but whatever. So just kind of go up a little bit, start firing, they'll all come towards you, and then back off. Basically, you're going to be fighting silver spiders and normal spiders throughout most of this, pretty much exclusively. And then what you can do is, which I didn't do there because I was busy talking, but shoot this, and once it's reloading, switch over to the other one, and just keep this firing pattern going through the whole level. Because the silver spiders hurt pretty good, and they have a lot of health in Inferno. But the good thing is, the Thunderbow bounces all around, and it goes through enemies. So in the tunnels, it works really well, because you can hit multiple guys behind them, and it stuns them, as most of the Wing Diver weapons do. So yeah, pretty much just follow this. And there we go. I usually leave the health just because I'm scared. I've had to retreat often. Let me also adjust the volume down a little bit. There we go. I feel like I'm yelling over the game. Why do you have to do this? Okay, the next spot's up here. You should go about to the left, is fine. Just grab your armor as you go. And then generally what I do when I get to the next group is I'll bring my other Wing Diver up, which I'm using a 360 controller for, by the way. The Steam controller doesn't seem to work too well with this game. I don't know why. I didn't fiddle with it too much. 360 controllers just drop in and go. Like, I couldn't, when it says press start on the second player's controller, I couldn't find any kind of start button for the Steam controller, and I didn't want to go around configuring it, so yeah. And this is just because it's, if I die, it's quicker to get her to me. And by the time you get all the way to the end of this, I get lost. So I found that I couldn't remember where I was going one time. And then I usually go over to the... I think I started going to the right here, and then you just back off. Just never go into this stuff. You always want to get them into a single tunnel, because they're going to be coming out from 2 different funnel points in this spot, converging onto you. So always try to get everything into a single tunnel as best as you can. Yeah. Your guys always seem to get in the way, too. Man, I really want to get the Iden F. If I get it in this run, that would be amazing. But I doubt it. That's probably like one of the final weapons that I really want. That and probably the final Thunderbow. I think it's like the Thunderbow XX or something. And see, I'm hitting all these guys, which is great. And then generally, if you get something like that where they start splitting up, you can just kind of go back and forth and stun like one, then stun lock the other, stun lock one, stun lock the other. Just kind of go back and forth like that. And don't be afraid to take your time in this. I never rush through this, because the last thing you want to do is waste all the time that you spent grinding because you got impatient. It's worth the rewards at the end. Trust me, if you can beat it once, just once, then you can get weapons that'll help you out a lot. So it took me probably 5, 6, 7 tries to actually beat this for one try, just like my first time. So yeah, even once you learn the level, it's still pretty hellish. Just because I forget, I saw somewhere how much health the spiders have. It's like 50,000 or something, I think. So it's ridiculous. I heard people talking about, like, they're trying to grind this with their ranger, and some of the best ranger weapons and stuff couldn't even kill off a single spider quickly enough to be worthwhile. So these guys are nuts. Which is kind of ironic, because spiders always had really low health before, since they were so powerful with their webs. Okay, grab these other armors. And I believe you can just go down this way, grab this one, go here, and then you'll end up with your next guys shortly. Right on this right turn. Yep, there they are. Okay, bring her up. Just a little bit. God, it's going to be nice to have 2,800 health for the actual, when I start playing the normal levels again. I think I'm going to try and play the rest of these levels out on hardest, at least. Unless I run into Golden Ants levels. Then I'll probably go back to like normal or easy, but whatever. Okay, then we go up here. This one's a little weird, because they're out. So you don't want to go out there. But the first wave is all normal spiders, so you can kind of lure those. Watch your radar, because your gun's bouncing around, so you'll kill things that you don't see. And then once you get kind of low on guys out there, if you look to the right, like directly east of me, you can see a large mass of red. That is a tunnel on the right of you, which they'll never come out of. So what you want to do is, once you have this spot kind of secured, this is a good spot to, this is a good spot to die, so be careful. What you want to do is come around the corner here, make sure any of these last guys jumping out, and then go straight in a U-turn and start firing down this tunnel. And this is where everything will be. So make sure you're loaded up, and they're all going to be on a tunnel down to your right here, down this way a little bit. So if you kind of edge out here, you're going to see a mass of guys down here, yep. And you can attack some of them if you dare, but look at that. I've already lost all my 800 health. I would have been dead if I was grinding this my first time. So definitely be careful. Keep your weapons swapping back and forth. Stay far back. And just don't risk anything. It's not worth it. God, I can't believe that. I would have been dead already. Just like that. All it takes is one mistake, unfortunately. Especially with the golden ants. I think you can survive like one single little splashy orange thing that they shoot at you. Because I could take a hit when I was playing them on Inferno. If I was lucky. Real lucky. Most of the time they just killed me though. Okay, it's starting to thin out so I can push forward a little bit here. Go. And should be a guy up here somewhere. There he is. Normal guy. Okay. Grab off the armor. Okay, I'm gonna go down this side. Go down the tunnel that we actually came through. Yes, sir. Rescue approved. And right around this corner right here. Okay, where am I? I was looking at the wrong screen for a second. Let's see, we go here. Oh, I missed an armor. There we go. Good job, second character.
So this is the giant insect nest.
Yep, this is the giant insect nest. One of them, at least. Can I actually go over here? I'm gonna follow these guys. Never gone this way before. Ah, yes, looks like I can. Perfect. Okay. This next group we're gonna be fighting, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I've done the Inferno weapon farming. I've been doing all armor grinding. This next group, I believe, is all silver spiders. So this one can be a bit tough, just because of how much health is here. And you should be able to turn right here, attract their attention, and fall back immediately. Like, absolutely immediately, because that, look at that, one web right there. I'm already out 300 health. And then just fall way back. Oops, not that way. Right about here, I think is where I usually went. And then try to keep your guys out of your way, if you can. And this, you can kind of stun lock the whole group. And just keep flipping back and forth. And they all kind of pile up in here. And hopefully, with a little luck, you don't get any kind of weird anomaly. Don't push me out of the way, Ranger. Look at that. See, there's like 6 guys right there attacking all at once. And this is where you get your majority of items. It's this little spot. Because every silver spot drops, what, like 3 to 5 item containers? Oops, wasn't paying attention. I was thinking. Thinking, don't do it. It'll get you killed. And looks like we got like 4 more guys left. No problem. Okay, looks like one straggler in the back. You gonna come around here? There he is. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. You can look at all this stuff down here. Look at all. See, this is why I do the split screen. Because this is a pretty healthy amount of armor, especially if you're not a wing diver. And when you hear that, where it says all members don't let your guard down, that means you are done with the generic part of the level. And this is where it's all going to be golden ants from here on out. And this is the last little thing you have to kill. So this is where you want to make sure your health is topped off. And don't fuck it up at this point. Oh god, I hope I don't fuck it up. It's really hot underground. Just go down here. Straight through this little tunnel. And there's going to be a sharp right turn. So you can stop right there, bring your other character. Bring her around. Around this side. She doesn't need any health. They're both full of health. That's good. So I got some retreating health right there, which is fantastic. I've definitely used that before. And then, okay, here is where what I do. Is I set my second character right here, aiming pretty much right at this wall. And if you wanted to, you can. I got this plugged in so it's charging. But if you wanted to, you've got your rubber band on the controller as per standard EDF protocol. I've done this a few times. And you don't need to use it, but okay, looks like they're already coming. So, crap. Go away. Go away. So the theory is, if I go over here and I watch this, if my second character shoots, see how it bounces all down the tunnel? That is an invaluable thing to use if you need to retreat. Because if you get a whole bunch of these ants coming up, it's not worth it trying to face them head on. Especially, like, even what I'm doing right now, I feel nervous because I'm too close. Because one acid shot randomly is all it takes to kill you. So what I often do is I'll just fall back and I'll just shoot, and the red dots just keep coming for you. So you can do this and watch the radar. One dot just disappeared, another dot just disappeared. And you'll see it keep bouncing around. So don't get in my way, dudes. See, even that's dangerous because you got around the corner. And this will hit them while they're not anywhere near you. And it's a safe way to do this. And the name of the game for grinding this level on Inferno is safe. Until you can actually do it more reliably. And make sure you watch your shot counters. Because you want to be shooting again as soon as you're done. Lest one of these guys sneak around the corner and one-shot you. Which is... Okay, reload that one. I messed that up. It's a lot harder to do this when you're trying to talk and explain things. See, like that. That should have probably been a death right there. And just make sure, I didn't do this properly, make sure your second character is just nowhere near your other character. Lest you both die in one shot. Because generally speaking, this is where I always died. Most of the rest of the level is, it took forever to beat, just because I didn't have the powerful weapons, but it was easy enough. But this is where I would always make the mistake. And when you lose one character out there, then you have to go get it with the other character. And it just gets really nerve-wracking. But you can see the line. 2, 1, 0. You can see the line on the radar, on my right character's radar. It's like a diagonal line. Wherever, if you see a red dot, shit, yep, there you go. That was an instant death. I would have been dead right there. So that's a prime example of how quickly the tides can turn. Okay. I'm gonna back her off. And move her forward. Slightly. And then you can pay attention to the way they're moving. That one looks like he's coming towards me, so I'm gonna start shooting. And what I would really like to do right now is back my other character off into health. But as long as you see red dots coming down that diagonal lane of green dots, that means they're going to be following you. So don't go anywhere. Get out of my way, you fucking AI guys! Crap. Yeah, there's still 3 more coming. And it's just a waiting game at this point. Yeah, I wish the AI didn't move so much. Like, they like to walk in front of you, even when you're standing still. They like to see, like, that guy's pushing me, now he's walking in front of me, and they'll just... They never stop, so that you can kind of keep shooting. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Just keep an eye on my radar. And I can go up here. So I'm not taking any chances. You can see how little 2800 health means. Is that dot getting close? Yeah, it is. Get out of my fucking way, you piece of shit! I just wish they were smart enough not to run into walls and know where you're aiming, so they kind of get out of your way. Reload that. Grab some health here. Okay, full on health. Okay, they're coming back. But at the same time, it's not worth it to kill your guys, because they can help you out on Inferno quite a bit. Yeah, the gold ants take so long to kill in Inferno. They're generally super weak when you're playing normally. Oops, am I going the wrong way? No, I don't think so. Crap, I just got lost. Okay, looks like he's coming to her now, maybe? There we go. Okay. And then the real nerve-wracking part, because... Oh, excuse me. Hiccup. God. Because any one enemy can kill you. Once they stop coming into this little lane, then you have to go hunt them yourself. Which sucks. Because it opens up to a big chasm, and you never know where they are. And if they shoot something down off the roof onto you, because they're super fast, so... Like, I have no idea where these guys are. And it opens up right here. I'm pretty sure I know where they are, but... Who knows? It could be on the ceiling. See how open it gets? There's basically two paths. This one right here is where half of them spawn. And then there's a way over here, down this path, and then right here. This is where the second wave spawns. They spawn in this, you can see this large open chasm here. So that's where the two groups spawn. When you first show up, you see the two different areas on the radar. So let me head up here because I'm pretty sure they're up top. And that was stupid. Let's use all our jetpack. Good job. Okay, so we should be up here. Yep, there's one. Fuck, fuck. If you're a wing diver, fly. Makes it harder to hit you. And the other guy should be in here. Yep. Oh, he's just about ready to fire. And that's it. That is the Inferno grind that I was doing. Pretty straightforward. You just have to be careful. That's basically it. And I actually, nope, didn't actually get anything new. But there you go. And that's 79 armor. So... You know, it's a decent boost. It's not the best in the world, but it's not the worst in the world either. So now let me run through the actual armor grinding I was doing. I couldn't think of the name. So what I do is I take the Master Rapier, and I take the... What else? I mean, you don't really need a second weapon. But I usually take, I think it's just the Rapier G thrust. Anything that has 0.5, roughly, reload time. I mean, you don't really need both. But the Rapier G thrust, I think, has a little bit more range. Let's look. 36 meters. 30, yeah, a little bit more. So, whatever. Rapier G thrust, okay. And just do the same thing for this character. Because the 360 controller... character is the one that you can rubber band easily, so that's the character you're going to be doing the grinding with, so make sure they have the Master Rapier, not the Sig Laser. Master Rapier, and don't really need anything else, but whatever. That's just what I was doing. There's no real point to it. But whatever works. Back. Okay, start mission. And we're headed to DLC 1.17, Shifting Mountain. And you can do this on easy. In fact, I would not recommend doing it on anything other than easy. So move forward with whatever character. Just kill some of these guys on your way there. And I don't know this first part of the level super well, but I'll try to explain it. Just go up here, kill off this thing. You can kind of kill some guys as you go. The AI wing divers will do a good job of that. And I think it's up here. I believe it's the red ants that come next. So you can go up here. I think it spawns right up here, if I remember correctly. And we're on easy, so they can't do anything to you, but just, if you need to, pick off some of these stragglers, because the next hole won't spawn until you kill off all the enemies. So come on, you piece of garbage. Let's go. Over here. Down. And the ironic thing is, even with like over 2,000 health, are you following me still? Fuck, I hate it when shit like this happens when you're trying to grind. It's like, good god, just one fucking enemy wastes all your time. Where am I? Okay. I think this is where the red hole spawns. Yeah. So if you can get to these before it spawns the enemy, all the power to you. Like I said, I don't have these fully memorized yet, unfortunately. And then I probably did that too soon. Hopefully not. We'll see. Because the next two holes spawn right here, and it's fucking green ants. Piece of shit green ants. So if you can get, like, at least one of those, that was brilliant. That was perfect. I couldn't have done that any better, I don't think. And then the next one's way the hell up here. I believe it's Gold Ants right down here. I'm not gonna make that one in time. And these guys are still dangerous on easy. Do not let your guard down. Get rid of these gold ants. Because I've had times where I've got, like, my second character, she's just standing on the screen, and she'll die from the gold ants. I mean, granted, I would expect to die at some point from the gold ants, just because, but they'd kill her fast, which is unnerving for being on easy. Yeah. And then I believe I might be off on this, but I think this little outlet right here is where the silver spiders come from. So, oops. I like clearing trees with this weapon. It's so much fun. Okay, never fear, the gold ant will be right behind you. She's so goddamn fast. Come on, gold ant. You shot at me. Come on. Okay, then this one. The better you can memorize this and kill the holes before they spawn, the faster you can get to your AFK grinding. A little far away, but that works. And then the next one is all the way back here. I think it's right here. And you want to be on the right. Gold ants come from the right, silver spiders come from the left. We are going to be farming the silver spiders. So yeah, get this one before the fucking gold ants spawn. Okay, perfect. So from here we are set. We are set up for the farming. We just need to kill off this first wave. And usually what I'll do, try not to pick up weapons, because there's a hard cap of somewhere around 1,000 items that you can get total. So move this character up right into the middle of this thing, switch to your Master Rapier, aim straight up, and then if you hurry enough, you have a little bit of time before they come out. Just keep an eye on that character, because you want to get your 360 controller to character up here. And I usually drop her right about here, because you don't want any of these characters to follow you, because they'll kill everything off. So let her fall, and then get ready for these silver spiders to spawn. There you go. Shoot them off. Move this character forward, and now you should be set. Let it rain spiders. So I just reload everything. Master Rapier set. And then I just put her right next to this girl in the center of the hole. There's a nice upskirt shot for you, for all the fans. And that's a brilliant upskirt shot, actually. I did not mean to do that, even though I'd like to claim that I did. Enjoy it. Rubber band your right trigger down, so she's firing straight up. And then you can move this character out, and then you can kind of readjust her, make sure she's in the center, by using your other character to look, if you need to. And there you go. She'll just blow them away. With a 0.5 second reload, I've never had a silver spider escape in time, and with 800 capacity, you've got plenty of ammo to go through this. So, what I generally do, I don't know why, there's no real need to, but I just kind of go around and grab the armor, just because I'm OCD. Just because it's there. It adds on a little bit more. Who knows, maybe this is an extra 20 armor I'm getting. And I just go around and grab it if there's a bunch around me. I don't go all the way back there, because I don't want to mess with all those wing divers. And you have to kill them all, because if they get close to here, they're going to shoot the hole, which is what you don't want. And then there you go, see? It's about 9 silver spiders. They each drop somewhere like 3 to 5 items. And she pretty much instantly collects them, because they die right on top of her. So what I'll do from here is I'll just set this girl right about here, point the crosshair right at them titties, and that's it. So from here, I did see somebody say that you don't want to AFK grind more than an hour and a half because of the roughly 1,000 item limit, which is weapons and armor. It doesn't seem to count health. So say if you pick up, I think the ratio for this, which is what I've kind of noticed, is that by the end you'll get about 800 armor pickups and about probably 200 weapons. So that's about how the ratio falls out. And I have literally gone away. Actually, I'm going to start the timer now, because I'm going to do this fully. I mean, I'm here. I might as well. I already got it set up. Get me over 3,000 health. I've literally alt-tabbed out of the game, done other stuff, and just wandered around my apartment. And every once in a while I'll come back to check it, because occasionally a body part will hit her slightly out, but I've never seen it to affect her that much, so I kind of just check it every half an hour. And this is all you have to do. Set your timer for an hour and a half, or start a stopwatch, as I'm doing, and just come back. Check on it once in a while, and then that's your armor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video here, and I'll cut back to it afterwards. So in my time, I guess an hour and a half will have passed, but for you, it'll just be a cut, like that. And I'll show you what you get after this. So I will see you then. Alright, welcome back. It's about 1 hour 52 minutes or so from once I left off. The sun is low in the sky, and the mood is altering. But we are still here. You can see it's pretty much the same as we left it. There's a few things that weren't picked up. It's inevitable, I suppose. It looks like I adjusted her a couple times, but it looks like she's pretty much in the same spot as I saw her last time. And usually what I'll also do is I'll just come back if she looks a little bit off, because usually I'll point the crosshair before I leave, just so it's kind of like a marker. And then I'll just come back and I'll just fly a little bit and see where she is in relation to things, and I'll kind of move her as I fly just to make sure she's still in the middle. And that's about it. It's pretty hands-off, as you can see. I mean, nothing's really changed in the 2 hours. I left it a little bit longer because I wanted to make sure that enough time had passed to get a good, like, everything maximum, just to see what the numbers were. So let's see, 2,862. Let's write that down, just because I'm curious, roughly how much we got. So anyways, yeah, this is the final tunnel exit that you have to destroy. So when you're done, all you have to do is just do this, and that's it. And then you can just take your rubber band off. Easy breezy. Easy breezy. And that's about it. So yes, here is our haul of generic easy weapons. I'm not going to count all these, because that would just be stupid. I would imagine there's about 200. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. But yeah, there you go. 783. So we came out a little bit lower than I usually do. It's usually a little over 800. I mean, we're not talking, with the wing diver, you're talking like 510 armor. So it's not that bad. But we're at 3,194 now. Sweet. So there we go. That's, I don't know, like 200, about 240, 250 for wing divers. So that's not bad. I mean, that's going to be the fastest method that you could probably get, at least. I don't know. I'm not going to say this is the easiest, or well, it might not be the easiest or the quickest or the best method, but it's the method that worked for me. So take it for what you will. I don't know about like the farming level. There may very well be easier levels where you can just kind of set your characters kind of like that and AFK grind the weapons, perhaps. I haven't found that yet, but that worked for me, so that's about it. That's all I got for this episode. I think we're ready to rock and roll, so next time I pop into Earth Defense Force, we should be rolling through some, I guess, maybe DLC 2 levels. Maybe I'll go back and beat some of the other levels on, I think we did some on normal, so maybe I'll go back and beat those on hard or hardest, and see what we can do there now that we have more health and some better weapons. But that, I will have to decide later. For now, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, stay metal!